Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and we are going to continue on with our tag book. I'm sorry, my whole camera is shaking because I touched it and I touched it again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we're going to continue on with this. I'll show you what I have done. I've added some cogs. I just felt like this page wasn't done, so I added a couple of cogs, 3 cogs, and a flower here and just a little piece of fabric with a number on it down there. I just felt like it needed more, so added those things. Added some cogs here, and those are in my shop. And then this, just a little collage there with some book page, lace, and a flower, and some spatters of gold. A couple more cogs. Didn't do anything else to these two, except, you know, hooked them together with the tabs. And then this one I added the other half of the doily that I used on that other page, a flower and just a piece of a, I think that was a receipt of some kind. I think it's from my daughter's, you know, she works at a restaurant, so the little pages they write on. I don't know why. I can never remember anything when I go to do a video. So anyways, so then I have this one kind of, I've gotten my papers sort of ready for what I want to put on them, just so it's not quite as long. And I've sanded and inked this green file folder already. So we're going to work on that one first. Let's set these up here. So how y'all doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm going to move this towards me just a little because it feels like it's pushed that way too far. All right, so I have just, I think this is from something from Tailor-Made Journals. I don't know, this piece was just in my scraps, so I'm not positive about that, but it just looked kind of cool with this. And then this is one of my splatter painterly papers. This was a piece from Medieval Mirage. It's her silhouette, black and white silhouette. I can't decide if I want, is that upside down? Goes this way. Over here or over here, so I'll work on that a little bit. But anyway, I kind of laid them out a little bit just so it would go a tiny bit faster, because I would like to get through the tags, and then maybe for tomorrow's video we could do tags and things to go inside the pockets. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, I may still end up doing that anyway, regardless of whether they're all the way decorated or not, because I can go back and do more decorating. That's a pretty easy thing to do. So how y'all doing? Hope good. I am doing good. Just, you know, doing my thing. I've been cutting on the Glowforge all morning, so I got some cogs cut, though. So they are in my shop now, so it's not... shouldn't be hard to find. If I do run out though, just let me know and I'll cut you a bag. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this tag book. I like to do these kind of little smaller projects in between, and I think I've mentioned that before. It just is kind of relaxing to do a smaller one. Sometimes the big ones can feel daunting one after another. I don't know. That might just be me. I have no idea, but I've heard other people say similar stuff. So, I mean, I know we all kind of have a different take on how we do it or whatever, but sometimes you just need a little breather and just kind of playtime. It goes that way. I think I might put it on this side. I don't know why. I just feel like it needs something there. And I like that flower, that rose. So yeah, and a few of you said you're going to make one of these, and I think that's awesome because they are super fun. And I do like the tabs. I am liking the tabs for sure. I just watched Carol do hers and thought, I don't know about all that sewing. That was another daunting thing I guess I just couldn't face at the moment. So, oh, you know what? I should do the other side first, huh? Let's get some stuff on the other side first. All right, so I have the picture of the gentleman from the Digi Kit. And that's in my In the City volume 2. So I was thinking maybe one of these little papers. These are those ones from Amazon that I've showed you guys a million times that I used in that last journal. Kind of like this newspaper thing up here. Just seems like a let's just try it. We're gonna kind of take out the other flowers because I can use them somewhere else, so I don't want to just have it back there and no reason, you know what I mean? So we can tuck that somewhere else probably. And I'm gonna try to rip real close here around this edge. So yeah, I'm excited that some people are gonna make one of these too. If you have a way of, you know, let me see a picture or something, that would be awesome. I love it when you guys send me pictures of stuff you're making. I'm on Instagram. I'm craftycat72, and it's all lowercase, the words crafty cat. So you can find me there. That's probably the easiest way to do pictures if you are on Instagram. If you're not, then probably my Etsy shop's the easiest way because it's sort of like texting. If you talk to me there, comment there or whatever. But don't put stuff in the comments below my videos because like I've said before, I really have a hard time always finding those things. And yeah, if you comment back, a lot of times I don't ever get that comment. It's not like texting at all. It just is like a consecutive list of comments as they come in on a video, and then to find, like if somebody commented back, you have to go back and find that comment, and that's like almost impossible sometimes. So it's just a lot easier if you talk to me on my Etsy or on Instagram. Because the comments on YouTube just pile up on top of each other, and it's, you know, not like you can just find it by one person or anything like that. It's just very kind of jumbly or something. So yeah, I might scoot him down, and you can see that there's kind of that gap, but I might just put a little book page maybe. I'm thinking. Yeah, I do like to see what you guys are doing though. It's fun. I think I'll just sort of do this. I like the color of that. Yeah, I think that will work. And I like the green. The green definitely goes with that page for sure. I don't think I need to do anything else with ink right at the moment. So the trick is going to be getting this glued underneath there. But yeah, I definitely recommend making one of these because they are pretty easy, quick. You know, it's just a good kind of a quick little fun thing to make. So, which is nice sometimes, and they make good gifts. You know, you can just make one up and give it as a gift to a friend, family member, something different. Put there. I like the flowers and flowers. That's nice. Do I want anything else? I'm kind of looking at some of these, just the designs, but I don't know if you'd see much of it. Oh, I guess you could, huh? That might be kind of cool, but let's tear off this edge. I really kind of like these little papers. They're just, I mean, they're kind of thin and cheap, like, I mean, I'm not trying to bag on them. I'm just saying they're a thinner paper. They're not super, they're not like cardstock or anything. But they're really good for collaging because there are some cool designs and stuff. Oh well. And I'll probably tear it in half or something. Yeah. Just like those kind of designs always make me think Victorian era And I feel like this needs a little ink on it as well. Where did my brush go? Don't know what I did. Try to just go really light. And you know I don't like to do that because I get the circles from the sponge, but if you barely touch it, sometimes you can just get some of the color on there. This journal kit lends itself pretty well to grungy, like the colors, you know, because they're earthy tones and stuff like that kind of go good with that. With the grungy, I think. I'm going to fold this because I don't want to get any glue on him. Nothing makes me madder than when I get glue across somebody's face when I'm trying to glue something down. It's like, oh, don't do that. So all my wounds are healing. They're actually, everything's feeling pretty good again. I think that red spot, I mean, it's still got a little bit of the irritation that it had, but like most everything's gone. It's just the coloration, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to be stuck with that for quite a while. But it is far better than it was, so that's all that matters. Yeah, that looks manly and stuff with the newspaper. I don't know, there's something about that always makes me think of men newspapers. Probably because my dad always read the newspaper, so that's kind of my experience with it, right? Not that women don't read the newspaper, but in my brain, because I was raised with just my dad, it's a guy thing. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's get our corners chopped there. I might add cogs to some part. I don't know yet. Let's see what we got here. Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't too close to her face on one of these. That wouldn't be good. Didn't think so, because I didn't think she was that far up, but it always dawns on your brain when you're cutting these things after you make them. Yeah, maybe that one definitely could use like a cog or something right there. Would be fun. Let's see. We're gonna have to cut some more. And like I've said before, I cut these from my Rust and Numbers digital download because I have the all Rust pages in there. So it just kind of lends itself well to that, I think. Let's get them at ink. I find the easiest way, because of all the little cuts, is to just lay it down and ink it. Sometimes I even come in from the back. That just helps with like the little holes. And yeah, there's all different sort of patterns and things on that paper, and so it all comes out when you cut it on all different cogs. If that makes any sense. You're like, what? What is she talking about? Okay. And art glitter glue is the only way to go with these, I feel like. Just drop glue right down on there. Still be able to see the green, which I like. Yeah, I don't know why I started putting cogs with this. I think it was because when I talked to Ellen about like what she kind of like wanted for, or what her vision was for this digital, she kind of wanted that Victorian, and I said maybe a little steampunky. I don't really do steampunk, but you know, this kind of has that feeling. And she said yeah, so that's how we ended up with cogs, I think. And I like it. I think it looks good together. I'm gonna actually do this one a little off center. I usually like to do them right in the center, but I kind of feel like it needs to go off center. And I've got glue and ink and everything already. Okay, do we need any with him? Maybe so. I think once I get started, I just put them on everything, right? They're fun. Something different. Just one of these little circles. I don't know, do I like... Is that hard to see like that? No, I don't think so. Kind of like that. A little bit darker edge there. So yeah, I thought tomorrow we can do the tags, and I'll kind of show you some, since it's ephemera Friday kind of thing, some maybe different ways that you can do tags. I mean, not that I have loads of different ways to do it, but just a few different ideas. It's so quiet here today. I know I say that a lot when my kids aren't around, and they're not loud, so I don't know, but you know how you get that sense of like nobody's home kind of thing, you know, that I'm sure you know if your kids have moved out, or you know, high school or whatever, and aren't always there, and just that kind of silence that comes over when, if you don't have music playing or anything. Just strange. Because usually around here there's always some kind of noise going on. Usually the Glowforge, to be honest. Maybe that's what it is. I don't have the humming, ringing in my head that it makes. That is the one drawback. All right. Yeah, I like that. I think it looks good. I kind of feel like it needs like a label or something down there. Let's see. What's this one? Just has all different numbers. Which I always like numbers. Well, it's not, definitely not 1949. A little bit earlier. I kind of like that one. A green would have been good, but it's not a olivey green that's in that set, so it's more of a Kelly green kind of a color. Speaking of which, St. Patrick's Day is coming. I love corned beef and cabbage, and my husband doesn't eat beef, but I mean, he will every so often. He just can't eat it all the time because he gets gout. He likes it, but he just can't have it all the time. But I was like, can we just do it for St. Patrick's Day? He said yes, so yay. Okay, so let's see what we got. Yeah, this one goes here. And I think that's good. And as always, as the book gets higher on one side and stays low on the other side, you got to kind of play around with how to glue these on so that you're not ending up with, you know, weird differences. And so I'll kind of show you what I've been doing to help that a little. I'm wanting a little bit less blue just because this blue is different. So and again, these are just those painty scraps that I did using the Louisa Heinzel method. Well, I mean, I think we all do it a little bit different, but it was her idea. Great idea. Because we don't all have the exact same things, so it's hard to do it exactly the same way. And of course, everybody's different, so. But the concept of the spattering of the paint and then putting coffee and all that is very cool. Now, she always talks about how much she can learn from, like, English, the people, you know, in either Europe or United States or whatever, how they make junk journals. And I feel like I've learned so much from her. Like, she's just very talented, and yeah, she does some really cool stuff. So she's no slouch in the area of knowing how to do these, that's for sure. And you can see, like, they're not all lining up 100%, and that's not a big deal. I'm just trying to roughly get them about the same. Okay, so I'll show you. If you are, you know, starting to get higher on the one side and lower on the other side, what I do is just glue the little tab down half at a time. That seems to make it a little bit easier for me. Let me move that out of the way. I'm not gonna say it'll make it easier for everybody, but that's what works for me, is to do one side at a time and kind of make sure they're even. It's even with the other ones there. And then when I do this side, I'll put glue on and kind of close it onto it. That's just the way I like to do it, but you know, do it however works for you. That's just a little tip that might make it easier, because otherwise you could end up with your hinges being kind of wonky and not really right, just because it's really hard for them to, you know, go down to that level, that lower level. And you can do that too, like set it up on its side, glue it. It makes it a little bit easier. As glue comes out. Okay. The real thing is you really want to try to keep them, and I say the same thing when I do the other Hinge journal, as flat as possible. So I will put them up against a table or whatever to try to make sure everything's staying flat. And I'm just going to do one of these at a time, because that's just a recipe for disaster for me when, I do want to line them up though, when I try to do, you know, the gluing of both at the same time. So I know that was really weird, but that seems to work the best for me. Geez, Posh. That ball. It's got stuffy nose again. It's a mess. And then I'll do the other one and kind of do the same sort of thing. I have to go give him some medicine, because I have a Persian cat with allergies. Go figure on that one. Oh, look, I ended up covering up that 8 like entirely. Well, that was pointless. Should have put it on the other side. You guys are probably yelling at me. You're going to cover that. Yeah, you're right. Oops, I got too close over here. Don't want that too close. I've got it right up on her head, and I didn't even realize that. And it's too close to top it off, and I pulled up part of the, oh, so it's gonna have to go. That was the whole flipping it over thing, huh? I didn't even realize. But I need at least a little bit of space, so I'm gonna kind of pull it away. It's not gonna line up perfectly with where that got. It wouldn't open, it was too tight over here. It is tricky once you get near the end, I will admit. You gotta kind of fiddle with it a little bit more than you do when you first start. That's such a bummer that I got it on her head like that. Okay, I'm not sure what I can even do to fix that either, because obviously I don't want to cover up her head. Jeez. He was fine this morning. I don't know what got him going. He was taking a nap, but woke up all stuffed up. Okay, so what I'm gonna attempt, and I don't know if it's gonna work. Now I got myself all hot. I gotta take off my sweatshirt. It's like, darn, why did I mess up her? I don't want to mess up her head. Let's see if I can find my black soot and see if I can just get a little tiny bit on there. It'll be the last one. Yeah. Just to kind of get a little color on there. Just a little, maybe. I don't think that's going to work either. Darn. I have to think about that. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's just making it worse. Okay, well, let me think on that and see if I can figure out how to fix that. If not, it's going to be my book. Okay. Then the next thing I wanted to do is I have this envelope, and this envelope I just coffee dyed and put the walnut distress oxide on, and, you know, sprayed it and dried it and all that, so you get that kind of gray blue color that the oxide gets. So this is gonna, the flap is gonna get glued to the inside here like this, so then when you're flipping through the book, you can flip this open and then you'll have this pocket, and then you'll still be able to put stuff in there. And there is red paint in my paint box. I did figure that. I remembered that yesterday after that whole thing with my hand, because my hand was not bleeding. But anyways, I threw away that other one. So see, this is the new one. Okay, so, but what we're going to do first is glue this to the inside lip here. I feel like I also might, I don't know if that's going to work either, want to do a little notch, just because I feel like you're not going to be able to get into this pocket very easily, this envelope very easily. So I'm going to try to increase the thumb notch there if possible. And the paper is because these punches, for some reason, do not like that kind of material to punch. So It just helps to have another piece of paper in behind it. Okay, so we're gonna put this one on here, but I gotta try to keep that edge, you know, keep everything all flat and straight here so that it won't end up hopefully catching on the tag or whatever we put into this pocket. And I don't want that to be too wrinkly, if possible. Okay, I think that will work. So that's the biggest trick I can tell you about that, is to just make sure you get glue on every little part so that the tag going in and out isn't like catching in there or catching here as you're going along. And then we'll glue these two pieces together. And then when we put our tabs on, the tabs are going to be hooked to the bag. So you know what I think I might do? I might go ahead and put the tabs just on this piece. So I got the red paint on there too. I think don't use red in your splatter box, or if you do, always put down a piece of paper after that because it really does make a mess. It, like, none of the other colors come up on anything that I've done. It's just that red that keeps popping up on stuff. So something to think about. Gotta do the other side too. Why did I not think of that? Okay. I think I'll put more of the blue to the inside. Yeah, this has spatters, so that'll kind of work nice. Oh, I'm so irritated about that other side. I don't know what to do about that. I want her to look nice. That is the one problem with hinges, I will say. Gotta plan it out better than I did. And I kind of push down on them towards the table so that hopefully they'll, you know, be in the right spot kind of thing. Okay. And then we'll just glue this over the top of those tabs, because I don't want them hooked to the envelope just because I'm worried it'll be too... these are just so kind of flimsy. I don't know. I just don't want it to be a problem. I'd rather it was hooked to that tag. And same thing, we need to make sure we get those ends really good. Okay, let's attempt not to make this one wonky. And no gluing it to people's heads. So I don't want to overlap it. I want it to be like have a small gap. This over the top. So that's kind of a bummer you won't see the hinge but on this other side, but I think it's better off. I'm going to put a little extra glue on this side because of the envelope being a little bit slippery. and then also having the bulk of the tabs there. If that makes sense. Just line it up. I don't think I inked any of that, but we'll work on it. Oopsie, I just moved the whole thing. Oh my goodness. What is it? Oh, duh, that's the, yeah, didn't even think about that part. Well, I'm glad I'm doing this with you guys because you're going to see all the things you got to think about. So here's my dilemma. The tabs are here. So I'm going to have to trim the side of this off smaller because it's not going to go over anymore, if you see what I'm saying. It's only going to go over so far. We're definitely going to have to do some trimming. It's okay though, as long as I didn't glue my envelope shut, or you know, not envelope, pocket shut anywhere. Plus this wavy file folder from being coffee stained. Got lots of things working against me here. Okay. That's good. Yeah, I'm glad we did that thumb notch there. It's a huge thumb notch, but at least that way you can get stuff in and out of that envelope without fighting with it. You could also cut this end off, seal up that end, and have something come out the side there, if you preferred. Okay, I think we got it all. I have to think about that lady, what to do about that. I don't know that there is much I can do. That's so aggravating. Because otherwise it's really cool. I think I want to put this couple here. I'm not sure yet what I want to put in the pocket. That kind of goes along with these pockets. I don't know yet. But this is another spot there's already so much going on. I feel like some of this stuff would just add to the sort of chaos. Yeah, I don't know that that really helps anything. I like the flowers back there. I don't think that helps. I just like them to be able to be seen better. glue things. Don't know. It's this one. I don't know that that's going to be any different. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I need a flower. That's not bad. I just feel like you can see them better. Big old label. Now, if you plan ahead, you could spray these things with like some coffee dye or something. I got a lot of other things planned ahead. I just didn't get these thought about a whole lot. So let's get glue on this one and figure out how we're going to do this. Oopsie, ay, ay, ay. What's that called? Why am I always covered in glue and ink? I don't know. It's weird. Why am I always a disgusting mess? I don't know. Honestly. Let's try not to cut the glue in half when we put it on this time. A little overzealous there. My fingers are sticky. Okay, it is definitely hand wash time. Okay, let's get them inked. I kind of wish that, I mean, I understand the backs of these are white and all that, but it would be sort of nice if Tim Holtz could figure out a way to make that not white, like make it a, I don't know, you know, sort of a vintage photo color or something, or the same color as the outside part of the photos, just because that white, I don't like it when it shows, and it is so tricky to like get around, especially faces, because I don't want big old smears of ink on their faces. Oh, God. Glue ickies everywhere. Because my hands are a mess. Okay. That was exciting, right? Just watch me glue for half an hour. I like that. Okay, where is my paper towel? It's right next to me. Right next to me. Couldn't see it. Glue everywhere. I really need to have a bucket of water or something. I don't know. I used to have baby wipes up here, but I don't really like buying those all the time. I know they're not great for landfill and all those kind of things. At least paper towels break down, but it doesn't help me when my fingers are all goopy. Okay, I'm gonna revisit that. I don't really know. I need to think about that for a little bit. But I think we did it. We just have to do all the goodies in the pockets here. And this is good, and then that. We'll need something. I need to fix her. I'll work on that. If I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. If not, it's going to be my book. I just made it my book. You see how that works? And then I might put a little something down here too. But we will work on all of that tomorrow. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And I hope you are enjoying this. And I hope you make one. And I will chat at you again tomorrow. Love you guys. Talk later. Bye.